What's up, fellas? I'm Malicious Female Fan Steve Malicious here with something that I would like to see changed for the iPhone 12 that I noticed on previous iPhone devices. But first, let me thank everybody. 200 subscribers is nuts. Thank you so much. If you like the new phones, old phones, new tech, retro tech, we got some fun Windows stuff coming for next week. Windows Phone stuff coming for next week. Whatever it is, go ahead, tussle that subscribe button. It certainly means a lot to me. So, I was watching an MKBHD video last week, and he just almost as an aside mentioned that iPhones happen to micro scratch a lot more easily than other devices. And I was sitting there like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme, pointing from the couch at the screen, audibly saying, yes, thank you, somebody mentioning this. Because if you only use iPhone devices, you'd never know that it's not normal. Other devices don't have this problem. So on the left, it's going to be very tough to see on video, but you don't need an example on video. You just need to look in your pocket if you're an iPhone 10 or 10s user or an iPhone 11 user. Trust me. You take it out of your pocket, you're going to see micro scratches there. A lot of them. And for me personally, because I like the iPhone so much, because they do such a great job optimizing the software, I use my iPhones and keep them longer than other devices. So when you get these myriad of scratches on the display, I'm staring at that in the light when the screen's off and stuff. And sometimes on the screen, it could be effective when you're looking at a white screen, you're scrolling through YouTube or Twitter or something with a white background. You're living with that for 2 years. So it's really something that we need to look at. So on the left is the iPhone 10. This one I got. It micro scratched up all in the center there. Like I said, it's going to be very difficult to see. But there's all micro scratches all right in here. It creates a cloud. You can see it when the display is on, and it was just overall annoying. But you know what? I said, okay, that was my use. I'll take the blame on that one. Maybe because it's my daily driver, it's the device that I was using the most. Maybe that's why it got scratched up. So, enter the iPhone XS. I babied this thing. It was never in a pocket with any keys. It never got thrown in any sort of messenger bag with other devices. This was always up against nothing but cloth, and yet still, I don't know if you can see the zigzag at the top, still it acquired these scratches. And so I said, well, maybe, but then I was like, you know what? No, that's not possible. And I'm going to explain why. Because the other devices that I carried at the time, just as much as this was my iPhone device, but I also had Android devices that I would carry around. S10 Plus, not a scratch on it. It's got the same treatment as the iPhone XS. We're not done yet. The Note 9, not a scratch. The Note 10 Plus I've been carrying alongside of this bad boy for the entire time. Not a scratch. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's like we've talked about on the Nokia 930. Perhaps because this is a flat display and these are curved displays, that's providing some sort of advantage. Like it's almost sliding off or something like that. But then you see devices that I don't carry a case. I throw these around. The BlackBerry, the flat display. Nothing. The Key 2, okay? Not as expensive as this. BlackBerry Passport 2015, flat display, not a scratch on it. I could keep going on and on. Huawei, Razer Phone 2, not a scratch. The one that gets me the most, Mi 9 SE, a mid-tier device, not a scratch. So this is something that happens on iPhones, and I want people to know that it's not, if you only use iPhones, I don't want you to think that's just the way it is. It's not just the way it is. It doesn't happen on other devices. Other devices use the Corning Gorilla Glass. iPhone, Apple uses their own, I don't know if it's even their own, but they contract out for whatever it is, their own strengthened, reinforced glass that they say is going to be tougher to break. You still see plenty of broken iPhones. It's not like you could throw it up against a wall. It's not the Cybertruck glass that you could throw it through on a presentation or something like that, and it's not scratching. It's not that level. So it's either the coating that they put on there is super soft, which I don't think it's a coating. I think it's actually the glass. They're using a softer glass that scratches up. and you're buying a premium device. And here's the most annoying part of it. Not only are you paying full price, not only is it something that I don't think is outlandish to ask for because other devices in the flagship category already give you this type of protection, but they themselves used to. Enter the iPhone 8 Plus. This is a work phone, gets tossed about quite a bit, not a single micro scratch on the thing. And when you go on Reddit and you look at other users that have this problem, it only started with the iPhone 10. It only started when they went over to the OLED displays. Whenever they did to switch their glass to protect the new displays or the new form factor or whatever they wanted to do, this has been the cause of the micro scratches, the switch over to the micro scratches. And I will say this to Apple. I understand in the mid-2010s that basically just whatever they gave you is whatever you had. Whatever the design was with whatever the flaws, you just had to eat it because you were going to go throw money at them anyway. They just said, just deal with it, clowns. But in the past couple years, they've been more receptive to mistakes they've made in changing them. We got the butterfly switch keyboard switched out. They started to address the overheating issues with the MacBook Pros. Make this the next thing that you admit and say, this just isn't working. It may protect the phone from shattering a bit more, but you're living with a display that gets compromised with the micro scratches within days of getting the device. And if you're paying $1,200 or up for one of these devices, you want to enjoy the screen as it's meant to be enjoyed for as long as possible. So I'm telling you, Apple, I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't love your devices. I use them every day for my most important tasks. My main SIM is in this iPhone XS. Please, please, please make this the next part of your transition, your transformation from an Apple that just jammed things down your throat because you were going to buy it anyway to an Apple that makes changes based on problems they see. You've started to do it. Continue to do it, please, because we love these devices. We use them for longer times, and that's a testament to the effort and the work that you put into the build quality and to the optimization of the software. I use both. I use Android. I use every platform, and I love your devices. So please, please take the extra time and effort to maybe use the glass that everybody else uses that works perfectly fine, or just go back to the glass that you were using so we could get clean screens and clear screens for as long as possible. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-alicious day.